The existence of our self-awareness is the only thing of which we can ever be certain. As to refute it, we must be able to feel it prior. Moreover, because we are aware of our self-awareness, we can think about it, suggesting our self-awareness exists both as its own metaphysical enabler and as a sensation in our minds. Therefore, if a consistent materialistic prescription is to create a consciousness, it must include a materialistic prescription, or alternatively, algorithm, which would yield this crucial cognitive capability. However, again, this is impossible. To explain, a materialistic algorithm merely represents a set of predefined actions, performed on objects in specific finitely predefined sets of conditions. These actions are not existing consistent elements. They are merely instructions, which physical consistent materialistic objects can understand and perform, while adhering to the universal laws of physics. Materialistic algorithms cannot feel their self-awareness, as metaphysically, they are no different from any text, regardless of the semantics of their contents. Moreover, unless the physical materialistic object, which performs the algorithm, is performing the algorithm on itself, it cannot perceive its self-awareness, as the algorithm does not even mention it, contrary to our cognitive capability to contemplate on our self-awareness. Only the physical materialistic objects a materialistic algorithm manipulates are eligible to feel their self-awareness, as quite simply, there is no other option. Still, if the physical materialistic objects the algorithm manipulates are not the physical materialistic objects performing the algorithm, then regardless of our implementation, eventually, the physical materialistic object performing the algorithm will have to ask the physical materialistic object it manipulates if it feels its existence, without any way to validate the answer, as inevitably, only self-aware elements can validate their existence. Actually, the same applies to all consciousnesses, as arguably, there is no way we can validate the self-awareness of anyone but ourselves. Therefore, to yield self-awareness, a materialistic algorithm must manipulate the physical materialistic object performing it. Innocently, we could think contemporary computers can be this physical materialistic object. However, even if a contemporary computer was to claim it is self-aware, again, we will not have a way to validate its answer. We could just as well write a short computer program, which simply returns, yes, whenever we ask it if it is self-aware, as metaphysically, its answer will be as valid as the answer of any other computer program, regardless of its complexity. Moreover, contemporary computers consist of a collection of different physical materialistic objects, such as transistors, for example, and therefore, eventually, contemporary computers break down the computational processes they perform into physical materialistic objects, which perform the algorithms, and other different physical materialistic objects, which the algorithm manipulates. Therefore, even the computer itself cannot validate such answers. If a computer is to validate its self-awareness, it must be able to merge the particles performing the materialistic algorithm with the particles the materialistic algorithm manipulates, meaning, particles must be able to perform algorithms, suggesting that particles must be able to maintain different internal states to which they react, and which are explicitly different from the universal laws of physics. However, according to contemporary physics, particles do not possess such capabilities, as according to contemporary physics, all the laws of physics are universal.